it's Carolyn and Michelle, aka LA Triathlete and Fuel My Run, and we're going off course.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. I want to give a quick shout out to Napa. And if you're new here, it's my dog with the airplane ears.
Yes.
We just went on a run right before this. This is why I have wet hair if you're watching on Spotify.
She's a clean gal.
Clean gal.
Yeah.
But I think I finally, and actually, no, I can't give myself credit. She finally did a run with a warm up, a cool down, and a fast part in the middle.
She's becoming a runner. Like,
She's becoming a runner.
get this bitch on Strava. We've talked about it. Dog Strava.
I think she's using the Runna app, actually.
Oh my
I
God.
asked her. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's teaching.
As is
her a
everybody.
little bit.
Yeah.
As is everybody. We'll talk about that one day.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I got some thoughts coming from working with a running app back in the day. But how you feeling?
I feel good. I feel great, honestly. Actually, I'm tapering for my race on Sunday.
Yeah, your 2-day taper.
My 2-day taper. All I had to do was swim today, and that was amazing, guys. It was long course. You know, I hate long course, but I felt great. And then it was me and this other gal splitting the lane. And then
Love it.
I was coming into the wall, and I could see someone in the water, as we've discussed, making their presence known. But I was like, fuck, now it's a third person, and that means we have to circle swim. And he was the most adorable old man. I almost cried. He was so fucking cute and so old. And he's like, do you mind if I share? He was so cute. He's like, can I share with you guys? And I was like, oh my God, of course. And he's like, I'm not as fast as you, but, and I was like, oh my God, please. I love you so much. So yeah, that was my morning.
Wait, okay. So did they know to adjust a circle swim?
Yeah. So I guess that's the other problem is you have to ask everyone in the lane, right? If it's just me and the other girl, splitting.
Yeah.
Then so he had already asked her if she could circle. So what if I was just like, no? Just kidding.
I feel like I would have to tread water and be like, hey, everybody, circle. Also, am I yelling? Because I have noise cancellation on and I feel like I'm yelling.
You sound great. No.
I can't. Okay. If I'm yelling in this episode, that's why.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Turn the volume down on your Spotify. I'm just kidding.
I don't even know. How do you turn off noise cancellation on Beats?
I don't know. I don't have any. Literally all my headphones are Shocks or these free ones I get on the airplane.
Delta. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to put it half on my ear, half not.
Yeah, that works. You sound great.
Okay. Well, thanks.
So
shout out to the people over 60 in the pool then.
Oh, yeah.
But yes.
No, this is a really off topic question. So I went to the soccer game at the Rose Bowl. It's so if people don't know, it's the All Clubs World Cup. Still don't know what that means. Just kidding. Jordan kind of explained it to me.
Is it the FIFA World Cup?
Yeah. It's called FIFA Club World Cup.
FIFA Club. Yeah. Dov has explained this to me 100 times, but it's just kind of leaving my brain.
Same with Jordan.
Anyway.
So we walked over to the game. It was Paris versus some team in Brazil. I don't fucking know. We had no stake in this game. It was just, it's cheap tickets and we can walk there and it was a nice night. And
it's Paris. Badass. According to Dov.
And it was there were a fair amount of Paris fans, but the Brazil fans were fucking crazy. They love soccer.
I bet they
were
off.
Crazy. And they won.
It's their entire oh wait, they won?
Yeah.
That's crazy because Dov was saying that Paris is probably going to crush them and it wasn't going to be an interesting game.
Yeah. Jordan's Paris is definitely going to win. And then they only scored one goal. And then it got to the end. And then I think they had a penalty kick. Paris did. And they missed it. Jordan's shaking his head. No, I'm wrong. I don't know. I was drinking a beer.
Not even
I was looking at the sunset. Let's be honest. Was I really paying attention? I don't know. Texting Michelle.
There for the snacks. We talked about this. It's giving baseball. Get
I
the
didn't get
hot
any
dog,
snacks.
get the beer. Well, we get any snacks? That seems illegal.
So we ate at 4:30. So we ate dinner at 4. I was Jordan, because
you were hungry.
Yeah, and I'm I don't want to eat till 8:30, but I don't want to buy food there because I'm eating out tonight and tomorrow night. So I was ate dinner at 4, and then I was I don't really need it. I almost got popcorn, but I got a really big beer. Spent $60 on a beer.
What kind of beer? Let me guess. Was it a light beer or an IPA? Give me the type and I'll tell you was it
was a wheat.
Oh.
Wheat?
A wheat?
No, a Belgian white.
Oh, I love a white.
Blue Moon.
Oh, okay.
I love Blue Moon.
Dov loves a Blue Moon too.
God,
I think
they're
that's European. A white ale?
Yeah.
He loves it.
I love them. They're
or a wheat beer. He loves a wheat beer.
It's my easy drinking. But I can't do I hate I hate like beer. So I can't do like a Coors. I can't do like a Heineken or
beer. You hate pills.
Jordan calls them a beer.
You hate lagers.
Lagers,
Like
yes.
pea beer. I call it like pea beer.
It tastes like shit. So in college, I didn't even like drink for a while. Well, I did drink, but like my first college party I went to, they bought us like freshmen like a 24 rack of Natty.
Keystone Light.
It was Natty Light.
Or Natty Light. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a NorCal thing, too.
And we were like, each like freshman was like sitting there, like, all the swimmers were like looking at each other, like, who's going to take the first beer? And my roommate, Whitney, like that girl, she was like a cool girl. So she like had definitely probably like partied in high school. And so she grabbed one and everyone was like, and so I grabbed one and I was like, this tastes like shit. And then I thought I hated beer for like 10 years.
Same.
Then you can like try all the other beer. And then I was like, oh, wait, it doesn't
Not
have
everything
to
tastes like pee.
Exactly.
Also, I have a theory. Sorry, why does it always have to be?
It's a
If
theory.
you're new here, everything is a theory. I was actually drinking a sparkling rosé at dinner. I
Yum.
actually posted the Italian restaurant on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
freaking good. And I just wanted, it was like a sparkling brut rosé, but it was like way more, and I know you're not supposed to use the word sugar, even though like whatever, but it was like really like sugary on the tongue.
Yeah, on the nose.
I'm a sommelier, if you didn't
Yeah.
know. And I just remember being like, oh God, like it's way too sugary, like way too sweet for me right now.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it, exactly your point of not liking beer in college. In college, this would have been the drink of choice.
Yeah.
More sugar, the better.
Would have drank a whole bottle. Yeah.
Our tongues are fucked up as we've gotten older, and we like the taste. Bourbon? I mean, I don't, but
I
like
can't.
the taste of bourbon. I'm sorry, you drink gasoline lit on fire that somebody like farted on.
And then they like, not only that, but they're usually just drinking it by itself on the rocks.
Yeah,
not
on the
mixed
rocks.
into
They're like,
anything.
no,
And they're like,
You-
yeah, my stepdad
a
is
splash of water in it. Get
he's a
out.
s- A splash. Yeah. Like one big ice cube, like the really big ice cubes. And they're like
Yeah,
all fancy.
which I like those ice cubes though.
I know, they're
Like, don't
kinda
get me
cool.
wrong, I love
Don't
a
get me
circle ice
wrong.
cube, but like
Yeah.
disgusting. At what cost?
At what cost? But my stepdad is like a sommelier of like bourbon. He's from Kentucky. You know what I mean? And so he has got like some nice bourbons. And when I go home, he'll always have like
A
just,
tasting.
like, he just has like he'll have like a glass and he'll sit there and sip it. And it's just like, I guess he has a more refined palate. And I'm like, that looks and tastes like shit. And then also it doesn't matter how much money you spend, it's still going to taste like shit. And then people will go
Still,
to the
it tastes even worse.
right, and then they can do the bourbon trail if you're in Kentucky. So it's basically like you
distilleries.
just go to different distilleries and try the bourbon. And I'm like, can you imagine just like taste testing bourbon for fun? I'd rather die.
This actually, on one of my birthdays, I went to breweries in San Diego with some friends. By the way, we have like so many things to talk about, but I love this side note.
I know.
And we signed up for the distillery tasting, and I accidentally meant I wanted to sign up for the beer tasting, but we signed up
Right.
for the distillery tasting
That
at Ballast
sucks.
Point because they have like a ton of like spirits or the spirits
Yeah.
tasting. And I could, other than, don't get me wrong, I like vodka and tequila, but like it was all bourbon. I was just like,
Yeah. Yeah, describe it. It's like, what flavor are you getting? You're like gasoline. And no, I'd be like crying, trying to pretend I'm enjoying myself. No.
so funny.
Wow.
How did we get
Oh,
here?
back to
Oh,
my
your
question.
big beer at the game. Oh, by the way, I love
Yes.
IPAs, but so it doesn't really make
Yeah,
any sense
same.
why I don't like bourbon. You like IPAs too?
I love IPAs, like a hazy one, a little fruitier.
Ah, hazy girl. Yeah, I like a
Hazy
New
gal.
England too. I love them all. I don't discriminate. Anyways, back
My
to what
question.
you were saying.
My big
Oh, yeah.
question. So I know Dov, obviously, if you're new here, Dov, Michelle's boyfriend, is a soccer coach for an MLS team. So he's a soccer guy. Okay.
Assistant.
And
yes.
I've determined I have a big soccer ick.
Oh my God, I'm so
and
excited.
I feel like you're going to know what it is. Actually, I don't know. So
I have so many soccer icks.
I feel like it's going to be the same one. So Jordan used to play soccer too in like high school. And like, I'm like watching the players and I'm like, if Jordan did that, I would literally divorce. And so I don't know if you've ever,
Separate beds.
have you never, like, does Dov play anymore? Have you ever seen him play soccer, or is it just like, he just like coaches?
When I've seen him like kick around a ball or like juggle a ball, it's actually really attractive because he's
Yeah, of
pretty good
course.
at like, he can juggle forever. And I'm just like, that's a
That's pretty
crazy
cool.
skill to me.
That-
Because I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, I don't do any sports with my feet.
Yeah. Only the biggest one.
Only like, the one
Yeah.
that's mostly feet.
Right.
But I've never seen him play the more I think
Okay.
about it.
So picture this.
Okay.
Okay, what if Dom was still
Set
playing
the scene.
soccer and you were like watching his game and someone barely touched him and then he fell on the ground and held his knee and then laid there like he was dead for like 5 minutes and then popped back up and ran away like nothing ever happened. Because they fucking do that shit in soccer I saw it happen 20 times in the game and I was watching it and I was like, that is so embarrassing. And I know they're trying to do it to like get the penalty or whatever, but I'm like, literally, if I ever saw Jordan, I'd buy divorce. So
Divorced.
divorce.
Don't talk to me. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
No, that's so funny because I've like asked him about this 100 times.
Yeah.
My favorite is like when they get pushed and they roll, like
Yeah,
multiple rolls.
there was some
and
of that
it's
too.
like it's giving gymnast. It's giving
It's
somersault.
like somersault, back handspring. Like, wow,
Yeah.
man is
They just
very
jump back
flexible.
up. But okay, so I feel like I've brought this up to him, especially when I first got into soccer. I'm like, what is this like faking the pain,
Yeah.
like grabbing the leg, like, ow. And he
can't.
goes, Michelle, you don't know how much it hurts to get hit by a cleat or like this or that. And it's like, to you, it doesn't look like it hurts that much, but really people aren't flopping. It
Okay.
hurts more than you would ever know.
I don't know.
I'm like,
Dov.
don't know.
100% of the time, no. Maybe 50%.
Seems like
of the
they
time.
should be scoring more goals too. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with like not
One
What's
goal.
up with the 0-0 game?
Literally one goal last night. I was like, yeah. So, okay. I'm glad. I have another question.
Yes.
And this might be offensive to French people. And maybe I'm biased against French people.
well,
Respectfully.
as the French representative here, if that's
Yes.
okay, I will let
So-
you know if you go too far. No.
And I need to know if Dov does this. He doesn't.
probably.
He doesn't.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He's like the least French of all the French, but
yeah.
like with a French flair on occasion.
So being a national park girly, whenever I'm at any national park in the summer, there's always tons of French people, and I notice they do very specific things. And one of them is that
Like
they have
wear Ralph Lauren.
yes, they have an affinity for denim
Polos.
shorts,
Oh.
long denim shorts. And I need to know if Tom has ever worn long jorts. Like I saw, and I
With
could
like
just,
the little pocket for the hammer or the little
yeah,
side thing.
not
with the
even
hammer.
not even like a construction-y vibe. Literally just like long dark wash, just like to the knee denim jean shorts.
Okay.
If he
I've never seen Dov in a
God
pair
bless.
of jeans in general.
okay, great. We love
Like he
that.
doesn't even own jeans.
Good.
Isn't that crazy?
I hate jeans, so I don't blame him. Jordan
Does Jordan own jeans?
he does. Pants guy. Jordan's a pants guy.
man. He's a pants
Yeah,
man.
he's got some jeans. He likes black jeans. But he also has
Oh,
a really
I
cool
love
pair
it.
of light
Okay.
jeans.
I'm
So-
sorry. I don't think black jeans aren't a thing. They're black pants. Everyone's like, I wear
They're
black
like
jeans.
denim
I'm like, those aren't
material.
jeans. Oh, okay. Then they can be jeans.
But yeah, they're like black pants. But no, Jordan, I don't think he's ever owned a pair of jorts. Maybe when he was like 7. But
It's super European.
I
I don't
can
know.
see.
Were they speaking French?
well, yeah. So I was like, went to go get beer, and I'm like standing there, and like there's these people in front of me that are just dressed interestingly, and I'm like, I just know they're French. No offense, and they were.
No.
they were speaking
Dava's,
French.
I could go in the closet right now and pull out a few shirts that will like scream
Like they're
France
bedazzled.
too.
Yeah.
Bedazzled.
The like men's bedazzled. Because then I'll go to the national parks and it's like, it's always a nuclear family. It's always every time a mom and dad who are like kind of young, always fit. And then they
Always
always have
fit.
2 kids, a boy and a girl. And I'm like, how are you guys doing this? And then the kid is always dressed a little weird too.
so succinct. Yeah.
This is just because we're American and people they probably think we dress
and we're
weird.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
They think we have no style.
No, it's probably true. And then also I've heard that if you wear white sneakers like over in Europe, just like Vans or like Vejas
Yeah.
or whatever, the people know that you're American because they like don't wear that there. And I'm like, that is so in style here. So maybe the jorts
So
are
interesting.
cool.
Wait, who told you the white sneaker thing? Because Dov loves his white Air Force Ones. I mean,
was like-
Dov has lived in Dov has lived in Canada / the US for like over a decade. So
White shoes, they're just easy. I think the Europeans can learn a thing or two, you know. They're just comfortable. Guys, don't hate on us
They
for
go
our
with
white sneakers.
everything.
They go with everything. They're cute. They're comfy. So
I'm so
Anyway.
confused where you heard this from. Was it
yeah,
on
there was
TikTok?
a TikTok trend, and people were like saying it was like a trend of Europeans saying like things that you do when you're abroad that like make Europeans know you're American. And there were like a few, but being really loud was one of them. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
wearing
Yeah.
the white shoes. I don't remember any of the other ones, but
Hilarious.
so no offense. I'm sorry if you're French, if you're listening. You probably don't wear jorts. One time,
And if you do, honestly, some of them are trendy.
That's what I was
it
gonna say.
depends.
It kind of like depends on your look too. But like one time, okay, this is so my friend Virgo, shout out to Virgo. He rides bikes
Virgo.
with us.
Is he actually a Virgo? Or is
No,
that
he's
just
not.
Okay.
Which
Just
is a
wanted to
shame.
Double check.
I know.
Okay.
We've already, trust me. So
Okay.
we went to dinner and he showed up. It was like us and then Yaz and Gus. And Yaz and Gus they can be mean, but like in a funny way. But like they'll hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? But like in a funny way.
Oh my God.
Like not like for real, like they're joking, but I'm like, damn, that kind of. So one time Virgo came to dinner and he's Filipino, but he was like born here, but he like travels a lot and he shows up in these long, straight, just like dark wash denim jeans. And we tore into him. So we're like, oh my God, Virgo, what are those? And he's like, I just got back. I got them in Europe. He's like, they're so cool over there. He's like, they're like all the rage. So I bought them in Europe, and we made fun, and he never wore them again because
You bullied him out of his European pants?
Poor Virgo, yeah. I think it was for the better. They were like dark wash, but like a little bit like, you remember
Charcoal?
like the 90s where they're like a little faded? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of had like a fade to them. Yeah.
I keep on waiting for charcoal pants to come back in style because I have
Yeah.
a pair that I really like, but
Yeah.
they're not coming back in style.
Wait, what's
I'm
charcoal
going to donate
pants?
them. They're going to come back. Like charcoal. Like the charcoal faded. Am I using the wrong term?
You know,
Acid wash.
oh, you still have a pair of acid wash jeans? Wait.
I know.
I'm looking them up because like I feel like I need to. I mean, I know what you're talking
about. They're like
about.
light gray, like they look like they're static a little bit.
Oh,
They're not.
oh
like-
yeah, actually, kind of.
They're just flattering.
They are. I do think that I recently donated a
Can
pair
we-
of these.
Acid
Okay,
wash,
yeah.
Maybe.
No, I feel you. Anyway, sorry. That was my
Lol.
my two questions about Dov and the ick and jeans. We love the
Oh.
French. I'm sorry.
By the way, this is something
Yeah.
I feel like I could learn about you and you can learn about me and then we could judge each other and the listeners can also weigh in. So Dov just had 5 days off of work. He worked for like 27 days in a row. It was like insane.
It's crazy.
And he was still working during his days off. But alas, we went to a spa one day and it was on a boat
Yeah.
in Montreal called Bota Bota and super nice. We had to put our phones away for it. So it was kind of like nice to just be offline for like a
Yeah.
minute. But I got a massage. And
Love.
I was wondering, the guy was like, do you want light, medium, or hard pressure? What would you say? What's your go-to?
Okay, so I've only had like 4 massages in my entire life, which is insane.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
I know. I just feel like I love them. I do love them. I just
Love.
like
Touch
I don't
me
know
all
why I
day.
don't do them more. Yeah. I'm like, why am I not doing
Professionally.
these more often? Professionally, respectfully.
Yeah.
There's like places like I should do that more often actually, because sometimes I'm just
You
my
should.
body probably needs it. But you know, I think I'd have to say, and this is feels like a cop out, but medium.
Oh, God.
because I feel like light's too light. Like I'm like an athlete, you know, you need to get in there. But like
You gotta get in there.
hard, it's like, am I even gonna enjoy the massage, or is it just gonna hurt? Like I know it'll feel better later if you do the hard one, but I want to be like in the moment enjoying it too.
You want to get like that therapeutic, like
yeah.
nice Swedish. I
Yeah.
feel like if I'm not dying of pain, and
Yeah.
maybe this is like has to do with spice levels. Maybe it's correlated because you're not a spicy person.
I don't like
wanna
spicy
be
food.
crying while I eat.
Yeah.
Am I just a masochist? I like
Maybe.
the pressure to be Napa. The pressure to be so much that I'm like I could barely take it. I was like,
Yeah.
no, go really hard. But it was like a buff guy.
Yeah.
Just-
Was he hot?
I'm always scared. He was kind of cute. Don't tell
Okay.
Dad was like, was it a guy or a girl? I was like, oh, it was a guy. Like,
You were like,
I
it was a
don't
really
know.
masculine
He was old.
woman? Yeah, he was old. He was old. It's a little stressful. I'd feel like I wouldn't be able to relax.
I know. At first, I was
Like-
kind of like, but I was tired, so I just kind of fell asleep.
Yeah.
But he went so hard, I was like, I made like a noise came out of my mouth, like unprompted. I was like,
Yeah.
And he's like, is that too hard? Let me know. And I'm like, it's good. And then he kind of
He was like laying on you. His
Yeah,
whole
he's-
body. Yeah.
He's like jumping up and down. But then I was so sore the next day. And
yeah.
I still feel like I'm not recovered.
That's the problem
So.
too. It's like, in theory, you'd think a hard massage would make you feel better, right? But then
Yeah.
I feel like
Takes so
yeah,
long.
it makes you like a little sore, which is
It's like I got a full body like CrossFit workout in.
yeah, you got like
but anyway.
punched in the face, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
all over
He's
your
like-
body. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like bruised. And anyway, so I did get my money's worth though.
Good. Do you tip in Canada? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If anything, it feels like it's almost more. Like the go-to option first is like 25. I'm like, okay, let's not
Wow.
go crazy.
That's
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm a still 20 gal. Maybe a little bit more sometimes, but like 20
yeah.
usually across the board.
That is
You?
tipping
Et toi?
culture. Yeah. I do tip. I always tip. Jordan gets, even if it's like a place where you like, you know, when you like order at the counter and they just give you the food. They're
Yeah.
not like serving you at all. I'll still be like 20%. And Jordan's like, no, they didn't do anything. And I'm like, I feel bad. But like
No, same.
in Europe, they don't tip. And then I got my hair and makeup done for Allison's wedding. And Allison, she's like, you don't need to tip. And I still tipped because I was like, I don't know.
I know.
I feel so bad.
I'm just like, I want to give you a little oomph. But then there's some things like going back to Botox, some places like med spas
Yeah, do
will
you
give
tip
you
there?
a tipping screen. No, you're not supposed to.
Why?
But like it's so sketchy with med spa because it's like a medical procedure. Do you tip your doctor when they like look at your
That's
moles? You're like, here's
fair.
a 20. No.
Yeah.
But at med spas, they like turn it towards you and give you this like crazy look.
no.
And it's like, you want me to tip on like, let's say you spend like $500 or $800.
Yeah.
20% of that is a lot.
That's a
of money.
lot. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I know I get into like situations where I'm like, I like start panicking. I'm like, do you tip a bike mechanic? Do you tip like the person who like replaces the windshield on your car? I don't know. It's just like random. I mean, I don't know. It's like it's getting
And
out
at
of
a
control.
hotel, oh my God, I feel so like with the
Oh.
valet, it's like, I don't have cash right
I
now,
never
but I
have
will
cash.
find you and I will get you your money. I like freak out.
Do you tip
I'm
the
like, ew.
maids or the cleaning people or whatever?
You know, I
Housekeeping?
typically don't.
Me
Like
either.
leave some money in the room.
Yeah, I
but I haven't
should.
gotten house cleaning in a long time.
That's
like I
fair.
feel like I'm just like either in the room too long and they don't come, or I put something on the door.
I think
I love a
yeah,
hotel.
it's like hard because I literally never have cash. And then
Yeah.
I think maybe when I was in Kansas City for work in December, it was like right before Christmas, and I think that I might have left a tip because I'm like also there for like a long time, and they're coming in every day, and they're so sweet, and she always like, I don't know if it's she, they, whoever, the housekeeping comes in, and they always like make the bed, and then they'll like fold my jammies.
Wait, cute.
I know. I'm like, guys, like,
I
this
never
is too
know like
much.
how much do I need to clean up before they get in the room? Because like
I try to
sometimes
like
I'm
put my
oh,
like
there's-
undies and stuff away. I'm like, no one needs to like, I don't know. Or like if it's like really messy, I might like, you know, if they're gonna make the bed, I usually try to like take my clothes off the bed or something. But that's about
it's
it.
too much work for me. I'm just like, just don't come in. You don't need to see this.
That's true. It's like I don't need a new towel every day.
Okay. The last really random comment that I
Yeah.
just feel like I need to say was like, this made me like Dov a little bit more because he never gets this random. He looked at me when we were at dinner and he goes, you know what? And I'm like, what? He's like, ducks are incredible. I'm like, what do you mean?
Wow.
It's like, name another species that can swim, bike, and run. Just kidding. That can fly, swim, and walk. And I was like, okay.
A goose.
Okay. Well, I mean, the bird category.
No,
Like
no,
how-
for real.
He's like, ducks go hard. And then on his
Wait.
phone, his algorithm is now ducks. And I just felt like that needed
That's very
to
pure.
be said. It was the most pure.
That is a good statement. Shout out to all the ducks and the
Duck culture.
what like category of bird is that? The goose, the ducks.
Gibbons. No.
I'm trying
Come
to
on, you
think.
got
Is that
this.
it? Are there any others?
You
I
love
know,
anthropology.
I do love the-
Wait. Oh.
Anthropology is the study
Is
of
that the word?
people.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
No, you know what?
You
We'll
love.
count
Okay. Which, speaking of
What's the
anthropology,
word?
don't you have a gripe
Zoology?
with the
Huh?
anthropology? Zoology. You have a gripe with anthropology at the store, right?
it. Oh my god. Anthropology. I have a conspiracy theory. I haven't worked it out yet. But okay. I'm growing up and I feel like I need adult clothes. And so like Madewell is always a good option. Abercrombie still totes the line, I feel like, between toes line between like young and
Totes.
Appropriate. Like there's some things that I'm like, that's a little maybe
They're
a little
aging
young.
with us, though.
They
I
are.
I would say. Yeah. They're
Yeah.
like, we're the demo.
There's like certain things that I'm like, that's definitely. But then Anthropology, I'm like, okay, everything's like nice, like high quality. I've gotten like the bike sweater from there. I've gotten like a couple really cute things, but it's like
So
very, very fucking expensive. Like
Yeah.
everything's at least $150, even for like a fucking shirt. So anyway, my beef with Anthropology is I've bought over the last year, I feel like I've bought a lot of stuff and I've returned almost everything except for like 2 things because everything fits so fucking weird. And it's not just me. I feel like I have
agree.
a pretty I'm tall, but like I feel like generally I'm like a normal proportion. I don't have like my boobs are pretty small. Like
You could be a
there's
fit
nothing.
model, I would say.
Thank you.
Don't you
Someone
think
told
so?
me
For
for Zoot, one of my friends, another triathlete, was like, this is a weird compliment, but she's like, you're a really good model for Zoot. She's like, you have very normal proportions, and I was like, that is such a compliment. Thank you.
this is a weird compliment, like which is already coming off
And you're like-
backhanded without already knowing. It's
Just like you just have normal proportions, and I was like, that is so nice.
people know what it's like. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a standard
hot
gal,
body.
Okay, so my thing.
you fit clothes well.
Thank you.
Like, come on.
But it's just like you look at the model, and the models are always like very thin, and like everything looks good on them, but they're also like posing kind of weird.
It's so confusing to know how
It's so
gonna work.
confusing.
Because I'm like, if they're wearing a small, they're a foot taller than me, so I need the extra small because like that's gonna be way too long. You know, like
Exactly.
I hate it.
So, my beef, my conspiracy that okay, so you go to the reviews, and most of the clothes that I'm looking at are like the reviews are really bad. They're like 3 out of 5 stars, and I'm like, okay,
No parking.
yeah, it's crazy. And so everything, and then everything I've bought from there, I get, and it fits like fucking crazy. And I got like a dress from Farm Rio, which is its own brand, but they sell it at Anthropology, and it was like, luckily it was through Newly though.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
the rental service. So I just had to send it back. I didn't actually buy it, but like it fit normal everywhere. But the boob cups were like up here, like above my boob almost. They were so high up. The dress straps weren't adjustable, and then the boob cups were really like long this way, but not like wide enough. And I was like, no one is built.
No one
like
has
this.
like
no offense.
cylindrical boobs.
And the reviews were all terrible. Everyone's like, these boob cups fit so weird. And I'm like, this is a $300 dress. What are you doing? But like every single
Wow.
thing from like Farm Rio and like Anthropology and stuff, it's so expensive and it fits so bad. And I'm confused how they're making any money because I'm like, it seems like who's buying this?
Yeah, it's like for
You know what I
And I
mean?
feel like it's all not super standardized. I don't know. Maybe it's like different
Yeah.
brands. Like you never know
That's
how
it,
they're
yeah.
gonna fit. Because it's like I don't know. Sometimes it do you feel like it runs big?
I mean,
Or
goddamn,
small.
I don't even know. I could do both. It's like,
yeah, depends
holy
on the
shit.
item.
it's like,
I buy
doesn't make any
candles
sense.
from there. That's my go-to.
yeah.
But yeah, let's cancel them. Actually,
I'm
No,
kind of so I bought 2 things this week. It was like, expensive. It was like 2 fucking things. It was like over $300. But I knew I was like, oh, they're cute, and I just know I'm gonna end up returning them. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's just for fun. It's just
You're
to
like,
feel
yeah,
something.
for funsies.
Yeah, I just wanted to like spend
some
money.
endorphins.
But I bought this dress, and I like. I'll sometimes even go to like TikTok and see if, and then like so I can see like videos of other people wearing it, and like the dress looks so
Smart.
cute on like a couple of these girls on TikTok. But I'm like, also I'm 5'11", so like that shit. I don't know. It's gonna be too short. Anyway, that's my conspiracy theory isn't fully worked out, but I feel like it's similar to the mattress store conspiracy theory, where it's like there's no one ever inside of a mattress store, but there's somehow
It's a
like
drug
million-
front.
Yeah, it's a drug front. So I think Anthropology
Is
might
this
be
a
a drug for
drug
drugs, because I'm like, you guys have a lot of clothes in there, a lot of expensive clothes. Who's actually buying them and not returning them? But if you make it that
Bars.
expensive, like that bike sweater was probably under 50, and I kept it. It does fit me a little weird though. If I don't wear a shirt underneath, it's so short and like wide.
I hate the short and wide. No, it's
Same.
so cute. I'm
It
glad
is
you.
cute.
I mean,
It was
they
worth
made
it.
that for you.
They
were
made it
like, we
for
got to get her
me.
back in here.
Yeah. So if you guys have a Anthropology, any thoughts, comments, concerns, drop them in the Instagram DM because I'm
Or
curious.
insider information.
Yeah.
Past employees.
If you work
They're
there,
like,
tell me.
y'all are off.
Like if you're
they're
spending,
normal.
if you expect me to spend, like Abercrombie always fits like across the board. Every medium item there will fit me.
So standard.
Maybe not well,
And their
but, like it
jeans.
fits. And yeah, their jeans are great. And it's just like the shirts. I know a medium's gonna fit. I know like a medium long dress is gonna fit. And then you get, and it's not that expensive. And then Anthropology, I'm spending $300 for something, and it fits like no one. Anyway,
Abercrombie has good activewear, I think. I
Oh,
kind of
for
want to check
sure.
it out in
Very
person.
cute.
I feel like it's kind of cute. Like
It's
I
very
love
cute.
the double seamed kind of like look
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. I feel like they're owning that.
they are.
Have you ever
Wow.
candled your ears, by the way, before we jump into
What is
fitness?
that?
You've never candled your ears? This is so holistic. This is like very, very hippie life. Like where you lay down. Dov and I did this. I had some. He's like, I have a lot of earwax right now. That's his voice. And so I was like, oh my God. And then you gotta cut it open. I didn't send you the photo of my earwax.
I don't think so. Did you? No?
I don't know if that's like,
that
doesn't seem like a photo I would send you. Like that's a photo to like my mom.
Okay.
But I'll send it to you. If you're willing.
I'm willing.
I know you don't like pimple popping. So I just didn't think you'd like that.
I think earwax is, I don't know. We'll find out. Send it to me. We'll see.
We'll post a live reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, you lay down and then you light the candle top on fire.
Does it hurt?
And then no, but it hurt me once. But this time it didn't hurt at all. So I don't know. Maybe I had an infection the first time.
Is it just like any candle? It's like a Bath and Body Works scented.
It's not really a candle. No, it's like more like a cone.
Okay.
In the shape of a candle.
And you got it. It's just like a
that's the funniest thing.
It's like fresh laundry scented.
Yeah. It's like in the glass. It's just like on your
it's like burning.
It's like so basically it's like a cone in the shape of a candle. You light the top on fire and then it works like inside it's hollow and it's like a sucking mechanism with the oxygen and the fire. It like goes and it just sucks the earwax out of your ear. And when it gets like low, you put it in water and then you cut it open and inside there's like nasty earwax. It is the most satisfying thing ever in the entire world.
We're doing this. You have to send me the link.
You have to.
Jordan.
Weekend activity.
This man, the cleanest ears he loves a Q-tip moment. He's always getting in there.
He's a good proponent for this because he probably has pushed some earwax in there. Which,
He's
I'm sorry. I love it. I love a Q-tip too. I don't care.
It makes me feel weird.
How do you clean your ears?
I just don't. I just kind of, when I get in the shower, I take my towel and kind of like wipe the, the exterior, but I don't really clean the inside. So there's probably a lot.
Oh my God, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Follow up.
This sounds
Watch
great.
just like black char. Anyway, I'll send you the photo. Let me know what you think. So Carolyn,
I'm excited.
We have a lot to catch up on.
We do.
Carolyn has a race this weekend.
I do. Chilling. I'm excited. Yeah.
Good to go into it relaxed. You know what I mean? Less pressure.
The weather looks not. I did this race last year. I've done it 4 years in a row. 3 years. 3 years in a row. Yeah, I think this will be my 4th year. My bib number, I just found out, is number 1, which probably means I'm the only pro racing.
Unless the hell up. Have you ever been number 1 before?
Yeah, the first year I did it, I was the only pro that race.
And then next year there's 2.
And then 3. But then one of the 2 girls who I raced against last year, one of them just had a baby, so she won't be there. And then the other one is doing a different race this weekend, so she won't be there. And I'm like, but unless like someone could have signed up. I just signed up though, like 2 weeks. Like I signed up late. And so I'm like, someone would have had to sign up so we'll see how that goes. See if I podium being the only one.
Is it weird to be the only pro?
Yeah.
Do you have a different color bib or like, do people know or how does that work?
So your bib number being 1, people would probably know, but like there's a better rack in transition. You get like your own rack. 1 year it's usually like pros and then like the like para athletes are in the same rack and the same wave. So the first year I did it, I don't even think the para athletes were with us. I think it was just pros and I was literally I think there was a pro guy and it was just me and him. And I was like a way better swimmer than him, which felt really good. I like dropped his ass and then he passed me on the bike immediately. But then the next 2 years it was para athletes and then last year it was. And I'm like friends with the para athletes now because it's the same people always there. So we're just like chilling.
You always see them.
We're hanging out. And then last year they added military into our wave. And that was so funny because it was all these like dudes, like military dudes. So they're like jacked. And we're in the swim. And in this, I like this one because you don't run in. You actually start in the water. And you just like float and tread water at a buoy.
You have the advantage.
I do. Because I can like. And all these dudes kept trying to get in front of me.
Ugh.
And I was like, guys.
The ego.
I was like, literally destroyed all of them. I was like, guys, what are you doing? I like immediately just like dropped them all. They're not swimmers.
Yeah,
so
of course.
But yeah,
and they got
guys,
they're meaty.
They're meaty. I'm like, you're sinking to the bottom. So yeah, that'll be good. I think weather looks nice. Last year it was also, I did so bad. It was like so hot. I died on the run.
Wasn't it like 96? Didn't you post that on your stories? Or am I thinking of something else?
Oh, that was someone else's story.
Oh.
that was confusing. I wasn't sure. I think they tagged me in that story because I made that post about like things I do during race week, and one of them was stressing out about the weather.
Yes.
I think that's why he shared it. So no, the high's only I think 77 or no. The high on Sunday is 71.
We love.
Partly cloudy, so probably cloudy in the morning as it is in
You're talking dirty to me.
I know. I'm like, guys, and then I'm probably going paragliding, as we know.
Shut up, you are?
I think I am. I've been like messaging the guy, and he's like, we won't know till the morning if the weather conditions, and I'm just so it'll be like a really last minute. I'll bring my stuff, and if I can't go,
I
that's
literally
fine.
cannot imagine you doing this. Like,
It's gonna be
wait. How are
terrible.
you supposed to get video footage?
He just said I could bring like a Insta 360 or a GoPro.
You have to bring your Insta 360.
Yeah, that's what I
And your
think I'm gonna
GoPro.
do. I know. I was like,
Just
which
like
camera's
strap
better?
a ton of things to
That's
you.
what
I guess.
he's
Do
like.
a test.
He's like, he's like the 360 is better, and I was like, I'll bring them both. So
Wow, this is very adventurous of you.
I know I'm really scared. It hasn't really
You
hit
don't
me
have
yet.
to do anything you don't want to do. You
I
know
know.
what I mean?
I could literally be like, I'm
You're
not
such
interested.
a people pleaser.
I know. I think I just was like, that is true. It's just like, I don't even know why I'm doing it. I'm not getting paid or anything. I was just like, it's something I've never done before. And then
I'm proud of
offered
you.
it.
I think
Thank you.
Yeah. Do it,
Yeah.
enjoy. Wait, going back to the race, where is it in San Diego?
It
Like, what
is-
is the run course?
I
and the
can
bike
tell you.
course?
So
Okay, tell me.
it's slightly point to point. So the great thing about this race is that the hotel we get is literally across the street from the race start. Literally, like you don't have to wake
Love.
up super early. I think I wake up at like 5, and then I have to like leave the hotel at 6. Just like across the street. So
Nothing is better than that.
nothing is better. So if you're by the San Diego airport, that's like
Okay.
across from a marina. You just like go down the road a little bit.
Downtowny.
Yeah, it's like past downtown, and then that's like where the swim start is, the bike transition, and then you
Wait,
bike.
Coronado maybe? Or no?
It's not Coronado. It's like near downtown.
Yeah.
It's by the
Okay, I'm
airport. I don't
picturing
know
it. Yeah.
what it's called. But then you
Got it.
ride into that one state park. There's like a lighthouse, and that used to be an old like military base, and I can't think of the name of it. And you go up and you do like 2 laps up there and then come back. And then the run is a 10K, and you start over there at that marina, and then you run along the beach. There's not really a beach, I guess, but along the water, like
Yeah.
just like towards downtown, like past downtown. And then it ends over there. And then there's like shuttles that take you back to the start so you can get your stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a good
I
one.
love that.
It's fun.
I love that you're staying there too. Like that's going to be nice to not
Oh,
have
yeah.
to like drive and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What do you have to do? Actually, this is like a random cue. But like what do you have to do the day before logistically speaking? Like who do you give your bike to, etc.?
So for like Ironman races, you usually, I think you usually have to check your bike in. So you have to, and it depends on the race, right? Like every race is different. So for St. George, it's a 2-point transition. So the day before the race, you have to do a lot. You have to like check in all your run stuff because it's going to be at T2, which you're not going to have access to race morning. And then you have to go all the way to T1, which is also the start, and drop your bike off. For this triathlon, because it's like a smaller, more chill one, you literally technically don't even have to check in until race morning. I think you have to pay like $10 for like last minute check in, but you can just
Not
like
that
bring
bad.
your bike and everything on race morning. So, but I still
Wait.
do it the day before.
How do you know like on the transition zones, how do you know where your bike is? I feel like I'd be going like, where are the numbers? I mean, you're
oh my
number
God.
1, but like
Such a good question.
yeah.
So
My anxiety brain.
I know it
thinks about
actually
these
is
kind of things.
I've like made reels about this because it kind of is hard to know. So, I think tomorrow's race, I don't remember. You might have to rack. Most races you have to rack based on your bib number, and at the end of each rack they have like a pole, and it has like the numbers on it. So it'll be like 1001 through like 2000 or whatever. And so you can look at the little signs and see. But like and like being a pro, it does help, and that is one of the benefits. It's like you're typically either the closest rack to like the bike exit or like the swim entrance. You know what I mean? So you're always like have a very good point of reference. But like when you're not a pro and you're just like in the middle of everything, it can be really fucking confusing, and you can't remember where you
Yeah.
are. There's been some races where I'm like, where's my bike? I'm like flustered. So
I don't like
But,
that.
like,
Can
if
you
you
leave
just-
like food and stuff too next to your bike?
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll
and you give that to
leave-
the people
Well, you don't have to give it to anyone. You just put it on your bike.
the night before.
There's no people. Well, no. So even even if you have to check your bike in the night before, you can still bring all the rest of your stuff race morning. So like at St. George, my bike had to be checked in, but then race morning, I could bring my helmet, my shoes, all my gels and stuff. And then I just have like a bento box on the top of my bike, and that's where I put my gels. So you just stick them in there before the race.
Do
starts.
most races have the same transition area for bike and run, or do
Most
a lot
do.
of them have different? Okay.
Yeah,
I was
it's so
gonna
much
say,
easier.
That would get so tricky if you had
Yeah.
to coordinate where to put your running shoes,
Yeah.
and then that's easier
annoying.
for things to get lost. I
Yeah,
would think.
exactly. There was that's some tea. So that is so true. I swear there's someone I know on Instagram who did a full Ironman and got to T2 because it was a 2-point transition and her running shoes were missing.
Oh, you mentioned this, and she had to run without
mom's shoes.
Oh, her mom's shoes. Yeah.
And she like broke her foot. Like she got like a stress
Hell
fracture.
no.
I wouldn't even run. I'd be
Can
like,
she sue the race?
I don't know. And then at St.
You're
George,
pro.
there was a pro girl. So you had to check your bike in the day before, but you could check in your bike shoes and your helmet, which Becca did because Becca's like, I don't want to have to worry about that race morning. And I was like, that's fair. But I was like, I'll just bring mine on race morning. But there was a different girl who brought her helmet and shoes on the day before. And on race morning, she got there like and couldn't find her bike shoes. But like, I don't know what happened. They must have found them because she was racing. So, but like, that's crazy. Because like other things, you could borrow a helmet. You know, I always have a second helmet in my car. If someone ever needed a helmet, I
Yeah.
would just be like, take my old helmet or like goggles.
nice.
But like shoes, like running shoes or cycling shoes, I'm like, that is a very personal item.
Yeah, that is very personal. That
Yeah.
you trained to
trained.
get to be at that level of cushiness
And like
comfort.
the size, you know, it's like, it's fucking crazy. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, crazy shit.
tea, as you would say. I love when you
Tea.
say tea to something that is just
Doesn't
like
make Nick, yeah.
a thing.
I say that to my
You're
boss
just like,
all
I
the
just went
time.
to the store. Tea.
I'll be like in my like one-on-one with my boss and I'll be like, so that's the tea about that. But we love Kramer. So he's like young and cool.
Shout out to Kramer.
Shout out to Kramer. Did I talk about that on the podcast where I was like, thank you, King, in a Teams message? And I was like, is that weird?
I think you said that to me on a voice
I
memo.
did. And then I was like,
Thank you, King.
He like,
You're
he would-
basically Gen Z.
I know, right? And he is too, even though he's older than me. But I'm like, I don't think that he thought it was weird. But then I started overthinking it, but he didn't think it was weird. I'm pretty sure.
You just have to own it. When you say something
Thank
so
you, King.
awkward to someone, you're just like, ugh. You're like,
Yeah.
I gotta live in this one now.
Yeah.
Have you ever said, this is when I know, like, I'm not the generation below. I don't even think it is Gen Z probably. Have you ever said purr?
You know what? I haven't, but I feel like that is something I should, especially with cats, you know, I should incorporate it.
Yeah, it's you
Purr.
coded for sure. I can't say it just because of Napa. I could probably say bark.
She would get upset for sure. My
Purr.
brother, the French teacher brother, his fiance, she'll say purr.
Shut up.
And she also
How old is
says
she?
period. She's like period. And I'm like, man,
Oh, you say period.
I do, but not like her. Like she's very cool about it. And I'm like, I need to be cool.
Does she text like period T with the T at
she
the
probably
end?
yeah. I think she does. Yeah.
Damn, that's swaggy.
I know, she's very cool. Shout out to her.
Okay, before the podcast ends, we both have to say the word purr, but like, okay, like in the best sense. I'm starting to think conspiracy. My Botox has led to my hamstring injury.
Oh my God. I bet you're right. You ran too fast after getting it and it slid down your
Into
face
the
into your-
hammy.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
weighing you down.
through the
now.
ass bone. It's weighing me down. And I don't know why. It still hurts. And I have not been doing anything to aggravate it. And I've been stretching and I've been doing like enough strength training to where I don't aggravate it. But like, you know, it's just like, what's going on?
That's really annoying. I wonder.
How's your ass bone / hamstring?
Always hurts. Someone actually, I think, because we talked about it on the podcast, and someone slid into my DMs or the podcast DMs and was
Ooh.
like, it could be piriformis syndrome. So the piriformis is like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, one of those little muscles in your hip, butt somewhere. And I was like, girl, you could be totally right. And then she's like, it really hurts. I don't remember if it was a she, whoever it was, said that it hurts worse when you've been sitting for a long time. And I'm like, that's me. Like if I've sat for like, if I'm on a plane, ooh, but I don't know how to get rid of it. It doesn't like affect my, that's not true.
Performance.
Yeah, I'm like,
But
it
you
doesn't
just
affect-
had PRs and all this
that's
stuff.
true. But like, what if I didn't have it? How much faster?
When
could I
does
be?
yours hurt? Mine hurts when like random. Like I'll be doing like a little like zhink like in the kitchen. I'm like turn and I'm like oh.
Oh,
Or when
mine's-
I speed up a little bit.
mine's
But
not
it doesn't
like
stay.
yeah, it's like not like a sharp pain like that comes out of nowhere. It's kind of just like a dull feeling that's
Annoying.
always there. And it doesn't, I guess it like okay, that's not true. I can kind of feel it when I'm running. It just feels really tight and more in the ass than the hammy. But like if I have to like stop during a run to like pick something up or like tie my shoe, I like literally, I like struggle to like bend over because the left hamstring is so tight. You know what
I
mean?
get that. It's just like you've lived with it for so long. It's just part of you.
Yeah, and part of me wonders, I swear it started when I got my new road bike. So I mean, it's been going on for like a year and a half, and I'm like, I wonder if it has something to do with my like saddle or my bike fit. I should probably get that looked at instead of just like sitting here like, that's what it could be. It's like I could literally just go to my bike fitter and ask. Get this fixed in 1 second. Yeah.
Also, I'm only blaming it on the Botox because I took 3 days off and then I didn't even come. I like did an easy 3-miler like right after, and I was like, "Ow!"
Yeah,
I'm like this is not fair.
Botox.
You're not allowed to get injured after taking 3 days off. That's unfair.
No, that's stupid. No, it was the Botox for sure.
It was the Botox, which I'm gonna sue my dermatologist.
You should. And I hope you didn't tip. Napa.
Never.
She agrees.
Oh. Anyway,
yeah, I don't know. I did Circle of Doom finally.
Oh yeah, finally it happened, which
Finally
is like
happened.
insane. Also,
was a
you had
lot.
the most badass. Like, I'm gonna brag for you for a second. Napa, we're gonna be easy, please. We're not gonna bark about it. Thank you. You did the trend that everyone's doing on social media with the clothes at like a 7. Was it a 7-Eleven?
Like a gas station. Yeah, I don't. It might be.
Dare I
7-Eleven.
say?
Dare you say?
I miss 7-Elevens. I really do. We have a couche-tard here. Same thing.
Couche-tard.
I think it's called couche-tard.
That's funny.
Canadians win. But you did one after Circle of Doom, and it was
I
like
did.
over 100 miles and then over 10,000 feet of climb, which made me want to like throw up a little bit. You should have got
was a lot.
you should have pulled out like 5 Gatorades and then
Oh, that
closed
would
it.
have been funny. Oh, damn it! Now I gotta redo it. I gotta redo the ride.
next
I
time.
gotta. Well,
Oh, that would actually be funny for like a 2-miler or something like that.
Yeah.
Shakeout
it was
run.
just really hot out.
Yeah.
I saw that trend and it like really popped off like that week, and I was like really wanted to do it, and I was like, no. I was like, just wait. And at the bottom of the 2, after all the descending out of the mountains, there are 2 gas stations, and I was like, I am going. And then we always regroup there in the parking lot, and then I was with all these dudes, like, you know, my boomer man cycling friends, and I was like, guys, I'm just gonna like pop in and get a little drink, and then they're like, yeah, it's fine, and I was in there for like ever because I was like full treat. I was like in there like redoing it, and then luckily like there were no like customers because like I would have gotten uncomfortable, but I was like, it was pretty awesome. But no, the ride was great day all around, no complaints, fueled well. And then this sweet man, so the ride, there's like no water stops, and then so it was like a support. There was a different ride going on that had sag supports. There was like a van pulled over, and that was like had water and granola bars. So we did stop
SAG?
there. I don't know what that
Like the
stands
Actors
for.
Guild?
Like SAG. I don't know if it's like a abbreviation. They just call it like a SAG stop.
Oh.
Someone weigh in. But it just means like a van drives up and then like sets up. It's like a aid station. And so I was able to put my water there, and then we kept going, and there's a very, very, very long stretch of like 450 miles maybe of climbing where there's no water. And then Joey's like, well, on the closed road section, there's a little stream that like some guys fill their bottles up there. And I like rode past the stream, and it was like literally barely water, like any water. It was
You're
like,
like,
on the
I'm not going to
ground.
get Giardia.
Literally would have gotten Giardia. So I was like, I'm just going to have to die because it was hot and it was dry. And then we get past the closed road section. And once you get back to the 2, it's like a trailhead, and there's like a lot of cars. And then there was a guy, and he looked really nice. And I was like, we should ask him for water because there's no water. And I was like,
What do you mean there was a guy?
there's just a guy who got done hiking. And I was like, he looked just like a kind of like a nice dorky looking dad. And I was like,
How would you know?
"Excuse
You didn't
me?"
stalk his Strava to see if he was
That's
scary
true.
or
He
not.
could have had bad intentions, but he was with his son. And I walked up
Okay.
I rode up, and I was like, excuse me. I was wondering if you had any extra water with you. We thought there'd be water here, which we knew there wasn't. Like I knew there was no water there, but
Gotta
whatever.
play stupid.
And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're in luck. And he had an extra 3-liter bladder that he brought hiking that they didn't drink, him and his son. And it was ice cold, and he filled up the bottles.
Wow.
I know.
King.
And
also meant to be.
Meant to be. He was so nice. And I was like, he probably didn't poison this preemptively. And
if he didn't have a kid, I'd be too scared.
Yeah,
Like, the kid that makes him softer.
the kid made him softer. And there was a sticker on his car that said "Proud Dad of an Eagle Scout," and I was like, they're always prepared. So
Oh, the Eagle Scout.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I was like,
Jordan an Eagle Scout?
no,
I could see that. No?
I could see it too, but no,
Uh,
no, yeah.
I don't think
Surprising,
they had that
actually.
in France. But wow, that's an incredible phenomenon.
Yeah. It was great because I was like, I don't know. I mean, I would have been fine-ish.
It's scary.
would've been
to like push
unhappy.
the limits though.
Yeah.
You know?
It was
I
dry.
think at one point of running, I would never really run with water outside of like my long
Yeah.
runs. Oh yeah, outside of like anything over, I don't know, even 90-minute runs, I wouldn't run with water.
Yeah.
I still do that sometimes, and I swear, this really. I mean, I'm not talking about fuel, people. So like, chill out. I'm talking about water.
Yeah, relax.
Yeah, everybody relax. I'm fueling properly now. Okay,
Yeah,
this was
purr.
in the 90s. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. Yeah, nice.
Purr.
But I swear it helped me adapt to my body's more efficient in the heat now. I just naturally
That's
can handle it.
interesting. That's good.
And when- It's good, but it's also like I
Yeah.
know like to be the most efficient with like a race or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to like fuel at like my top. So I know it's not like the best,
Right.
but like I swear when it's like super hot, I don't feel super
That's
uncomfortable or like I'm dehydrated, you know?
Yeah, you've trained yourself for this.
But now that I'm a water girly, after a few miles
Yeah.
in the heat, I'm just like, I need water now. But I used to
Yeah.
not be like that. I'm not as efficient.
You know, I think I'm the same as you because, like, I don't like. I think I don't remember if we talked about this on the podcast, but like when you were like a little kid, I like didn't drink water. Like, was there water? I don't know. I don't remember ever drinking
Oh.
water. My mom, I would have like
I'm
Capri
always
Sun.
the biggest water drinker. Can't. Capri Sun.
Yeah, I'd have
Oh,
like
flash
Capri
back.
Sun or like a little Gatorade at lunch, but I was like
Sunny
never
D.
in school, and I was like I never brought a water bottle to school anyway. So I'm like I trained myself, and then I moved here where it's hot, and then I was like,
You're like,
fuck.
my pee was orange.
pee
the
was
doctors were
literally
concerned.
black. Yeah. But now I drink a gallon a day, even if I'm not working out.
Nice.
And now I'm a thirsty bitch. So like I need water every run.
okay,
even-
this is interesting
Yes.
because I'm a big water girly too.
Yeah.
Outside of my runs, you know, you see me drinking on these podcasts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel
Oh,
like I
yeah.
drink. Dov actually thinks I have a problem. Like he's concerned with my water.
About how much you
consumption.
drink. Oh, well,
Like I will chug. I'm a big chugger. Do you chug?
I chug. Does Dov drink Jordan doesn't drink any water.
Okay, Dov doesn't drink a lot of water.
Like,
though.
at all.
I have
It's
to
like a man
actively
thing.
remind him. I'm just like, do you want to like?
No.
I'll like pour him a
Yeah.
glass and hand it to him, and he'll like drink it. I'm like, you were thirsty.
Yeah.
If I didn't hand you this glass of water, would you just be
be
sitting there in
dead.
agony? Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan will be like, my head hurts, and I'm like, have you had water? It's 5 p.m. and he's like, no. But he'll have like I had a can of sparkling water at work. I'm like, 12 ounces in a whole fucking day. I'm like, I drank 12 ounces before I even got out
Right
of
when
the
you wake
fucking
up.
bed. Yeah,
Yeah, literally. Like
crazy.
it's just your. You have one of those curly straws.
Yeah, I don't
From
even,
the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't even like get out of bed. I just use my curly straw. And just
You drink it from your period cup on the side of your.
and that's a little shot.
You found it. Yeah.
That's about how much a period cup's about the size of the amount of water Jordan drinks in a day. Just a little shot.
Yeah.
Crazy. I just feel good when I drink. You know, like in
I
like
d-
days where you're like ootin' a boot, as you would say in Canada.
Eating a butte. Yeah.
When
What?
you're ootin' a boot and you're like I don't know, like when we're at, like walking to the soccer game, it's like I don't have my water with me, unfortunately. And then it's just like, or if you're like out doing something or like shopping and you just aren't drinking as much, I just feel worse and cranky. You know?
Oh,
You know?
nothing is right when I'm dehydrated. My
Same.
mood is off. It's like being on my, the week before the period.
Yeah.
Same vibes.
It's the same vibe.
Give me water now. I instantly get a headache too. Also, that reminded me of the ick I gave Dov.
Oh my gosh, yes. Tell me.
Also, and it reminded me. So I'll just tell a story real quick. When we first started dating, we met on Hinge, and he gave me the
Oh no.
he gave me the ick.
Oh god.
And usually when you have the ick instantly, it can't
Oh, it's
be
bad.
reversed.
Yeah, no.
He was messaging me. He went to Catalina Island, which is like, the island right outside of California, obviously. And it's like you're in like a different country when you're there. It's just like it's
yeah.
a cool vibe. You've been, right?
I haven't yet, but isn't that crazy?
We'll have to go.
I know.
Yeah,
we will.
it's a good getaway. I feel like you and Jordan would enjoy.
Yeah.
For like one night overnight or something.
Yeah.
He was there with some buddies like from the team and some friends that he made when he moved here. And he sent me a video. I'm like, oh, what are you doing today? He sent me a video from what do you call it? A drone. And it was like all the boys standing there, like their hands crossed and like doing like a shaka, like rock on.
Yeah.
And like as the fucking video pans out with the drone and it's like a group of 10 of them. And I'm like, oh my
You're
God.
like blocked immediately.
I'm just like, I can't go on a date with this
called
guy. Like,
911.
he's so corny. And thank God I didn't judge it. But I did something the other day. I looked at him and he kind of gave me a look. He's like, seriously? And I'm like, I'm sorry. It has to do with water. So I'm a chugger.
Yeah.
As we discussed. And when I will chug an entire glass. Like you pour a glass of water, I'll be like, go, 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 go in one bit. Like I won't even like take like a like, and then I put it. So I was chugging the water and I was just like, go, 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 go. I like hit it on the table and I was like, he's like,
did that give him the ick?
A little bit.
Oh my God, that's so funny. You're like sweating. You're like,
I know. It's just like, oh my God, I just gave you the ick. And he goes, yeah, he literally just said a little bit. And I was like, if I saw anyone else do that, I would actually get the ick a little bit.
No,
too.
I mean,
it was just, it was too much.
Yeah, you just reminded me of one of my Jordan Icks. He's went for his walk. So, but he'll
Perfect
sometimes, if he actually sometimes, like once a year, will chug water, when he's actually drinking.
When he needs it. He's like, I've gone too long.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to die. So it always pisses me off too. He has water bottles in this apartment. They're just like in the cabinet and he doesn't use them. So he'll just drink out of mine. But like sometimes when
Dov drinks out of, he's like, do you have water in yours? I'm like, can you fill the glass?
He'll finish it. Like Jordan will just like drink the rest of it. And then I'm like, well, you have to fill it up now, bitch. But okay. So when he decides he's thirsty, he'll chug and he drinks so loud. So he'll be like,
oh, that's me.
Oh, that sound in your throat? You're like he's like over,
guttural.
like he's being dramatic on like guttural. Yeah. He's like doing it on purpose to be like dramatic or something. And I'm like, Jordan, I'm going to punch you in the throat. That's an ick for sure. But again, I think he's doing it on purpose to like annoy me.
For emphasis. Oh, and then that reminded me of my ick with Dov when he's eating. This guy, like, honestly, I don't get how he's not like huge, like very, very fat.
Yeah.
And his metabolism is just like needs to be studied. But he can just he puts down food. And we do this thing like foodies, we love food. And sometimes it's too much. But he gets so serious when he's eating. First of all, he gets like really quiet, which I understand. Like, we need to like focus on eating, but like he'll like, get his napkin all ready, like get all ready. And then the way he focuses and he goes fast and he's just like cutting, eating, putting it, combining.
It's like stressful for you because you're like,
I'm just like, you need to calm down.
Like, what
I'm
if he eats all the food before you can? Yeah,
exactly. And he's an only child. Well, I mean, he has 3 half sisters, but they weren't in the house with him. So I consider him, this is only child behavior.
Right.
Just putting down. Sometimes he'll eat the last bite of something and I'm like, I'm sorry, but you need to offer that to me as the woman.
Out of respect.
Like when there's the last bite there, he looks at me like, this mine, right? And
that's what I do to Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm like Dov in this situation.
Mine. Well, honestly,
I eat a lot. But mine, I think, might have been from Two Brothers. It's like the opposite. It was like everyone just ate really fast. I don't know.
Trying to get the last bite. He told me, he's like, Michelle, I got to tell you something. And I don't mean this in a bad way, which is always like, the backhanded compliment is about to come. Bring it on. He's like, I've never dated a girl who's eaten as much food as you. And I'm just kind of not used to it. And I'm like,
right.
Okay, that's fair. If you're used to somebody who doesn't eat that much.
Yeah.
You're used to eating the rest of their food. You
yeah.
know? Well, this is what happens when you date an endurance athlete. Like, they're going to finish their meal or, like, want to finish it later. They don't want you to eat it.
I have a reel in my drafts right now about this. It's, like, done.
Shut up.
It's
Let's
like
hear it.
different scenarios. And I'll probably post it before this episode comes out. But it's, like, different scenarios of, like, when you're a non-athlete dating an endurance athlete. And then it's, like, me, like, eating Jordan's leftovers. And I'm like, oh, are these yours? And then I'm asking him for the rest of his food, which like, and then when I haven't put this one in the reel yet, I should, where we're like, I make dinner and then I always give myself a bigger portion, which I do. which he doesn't care. But like if I like put stuff into the bowls and there's like a little more in one, I'm like, well, that one is mine.
Yes.
Like I'm hungry. George doesn't care.
I mean, doing that growing up, having a sister, you had brothers. It was like, I was the older sister, so I would like divide it. And if there's one with a little bit more, it's like, well, obviously I'm getting that one because I'm the older sister. Hey, good luck this weekend. I'm so excited for. Can we track you?
Oh my God, thank you.
Even though this is going to come out after the race, can I track you though for my own personal gain?
I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I don't think that there's tracking for this one. It's
what are you gonna wear? Do you have your outfit?
I'm just gonna my tri kit.
Oh, wear your tri kit.
Yeah, my custom kit, and then
that's something with triathlons, like, and especially as a pro, it's not like a running race where you're not a pro and you like change your outfit every time. It's like you have your racing outfit.
Yeah,
I never thought of that. Of course,
obviously love my kit. I designed it, right? Well, I didn't design it, but I gave them. It was my idea. She designed it, but like,
you were the creative director.
I was the creative director, and I love it so much. It's so fun. And like every race is like, it's so cute. And I'm like, I know, thank you. But like, yeah, it is fun. I do like that about running races, that you can mix it up. You know what I mean? I think that that's so fun. The possibilities are endless. And then
the possibilities are
endless.
Like the possibilities are that one.
Yeah. It's like every race, the whole season, you're running the same thing, which is totally fine. And it is kind of easy because it is just one thing, a sports bra and the kit. And that's literally it. You don't have to like worry about. I mean,
do you have one or two of them? What if you lose it?
I have two.
Okay, good.
Two of the same one. So every year I get two, which is like, I'm going to have so many. Because like, I don't race. Like last year I only raced like
they're
3
collector's
times.
items.
So I'm like, the kit that I wore last year, I'm like, I'm pretty sure the tags are still on one of them. So I'm like, I got to find a time to wear that one. I could sell them. But my last name's on it. So like, I don't know if that's weird.
It'd be like buying an athlete's jersey. You know what I mean?
I'll sign it.
Exactly.
Give them my signature.
Maybe that will be our next giveaway on the podcast. A signed card.
Someone found my email. This has happened like a couple times. Once, like maybe a couple times in the DMs, and then I've gotten like actual emails when I had my email in my. Now I don't have my email in my Instagram. Now it's my manager, but it'll be like people would email me and be like, "Hi, I'm a fan. Can you send me an autograph?" And I'm like, I never do. I feel like it's kind of weird. One of them was like, I know I should have, but I was also like, I don't want them getting my like. I guess you don't have to put a return address on it, but I was like, I don't know. It felt like weird or something. I don't know. I was like, is this a scam? With that. Maybe I should go back and find it. It was only like 2 people. I don't know. They're like stealing my. They're gonna.
Are you stealing my money? Yeah,
they're gonna take my signature and like. I don't have a signature. It's literally just a line. Do you have a signature?
It's a line. Oh yeah, I love my signature.
Well, M is cool.
Michelle is fun to spell.
Yeah, it is. You got the
Knopfler,
L's.
I've been workshopping my K.
K's are hard.
I was born. In the womb, I was like, how am I going to do my K?
C is just.
C is hard.
It's just boring. And then I do like a C and then like a line. I don't really have. I need to work on that.
I mean, I need to like have a signature. You have like Coco Chanel. Like that. That's a very. Oh my God. Let's work on it.
I'll practice. I just like don't like. Yeah.
I was definitely one of those kids that used to practice my signature all the time just in case I got famous. I was like, this seems very important.
I probably did, and then it just like didn't carry over.
I mean, we're in the cursive days, you know what I mean? Like, we were the cursive kids. Yeah, we're the cursive generation. True. After us, these kids don't be doing cursive.
What are their signatures going to be? It's just going to be AI or something. I don't even know.
It's like an absolutely perfect one. Anyway, text me about tracking, and I will TTYL. Hit us up on Instagram, all this stuff next Tuesday.
Rate us.
Until then, rate us. Spotify.
We have a lot of ratings right now. Thank you guys. Love you.
I know, this is so freaking cool.
It's so cool.
Good things are coming.
Things are coming. Share the pod with your friend, with your mom, your brother,
grandpa,
grandpa.
All the boomers over 60.
Until next time.
We will see you
next
Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.